623 at KPEL. Welcome back to Acadiana's Morning News as we continue to follow the recovery efforts here in Acadiana and across the state. Wait till you hear the stats, Bernie, that I have later on today. You know, someone has gone through, as they do after these sorts of things happen, and tally up, you know, because it was a couple really bad days of rain where the water came up. You know, that's what matters to us. But when you start getting numbers like 6.9 trillion, that was the number of gallons of rain that fell in the state of Louisiana in those 3 days. 6.9 trillion gallons. It's crazy.
Wow.
Another thing we've been talking about are the good-meaning people and those who are really trying to give back in what we know in our area as the Cajun Navy. We have talked about it on this show before, especially those who helped out in Katrina. We even had the filmmaker who made the documentary about the Cajun Navy that came out last year. And once again, they were met with roadblocks when the group of people who had boats, who were ready to help rescue people, were turned away from some of those busiest areas. And now there are calls for legislation that would maybe permit those people so that they can help in the future. Joining us on the phone, State Senator Jonathan Perry. Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
We're doing okay. All right, so you're busy. You're busy on a variety of different levels. You got your family to worry about. You got a little water in your house. You got a little water at the office. Plus, you're trying to help out people who want to help out other people. Are you exhausted yet?
I'm getting there, but you know, it's part of it. You always get that second win, so I'm not there yet. This weekend I'll probably sleep in a little bit later than normal.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Well, best of luck to you, and we'll say prayers for your family too.
Thank you.
I know it's not easy. All right, now we have all talked about this after Katrina, after Rita. So many people in the Acadiana area and other areas were so upset because they got turned away to help and go do rescue missions, and I'm sure because they don't want, nobody wants the state to be liable if somebody gets hurt. You don't want law enforcement officials and or Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, which they're law enforcement as well, to have to go and find these people. At the same time, you had Good Samaritans who found other ways to get in. They did the same thing this go round. We need a Cajun Navy law. And so you are working on it even now as you trying to figure out all that stuff at your home.
Yeah, I actually started getting calls, texts, and emails as soon as the floodwaters started coming in. Mm-hmm. And on anything like that, politicians aren't the smartest people in the world. We just try to do what we can, and most of the time the good ideas come from the constituents. So basically what I did was I just automatically emailed the Senate staff and told them what I was looking at doing. And yesterday started actually putting language together. I mean, at the end of the day, there's going to be two things that are going to be the hurdle when you approach it from the state standpoint. As you just mentioned, liability is going to be number one from them. They don't want the liability of someone going out to rescue someone and then they not being able to, even find them once they go out. And then, what's in place to be able to get somebody permitted or trained to be able to do that. So secondly, there's a cost. I'm telling y'all right now, this is very doable. It's going to take some work, but it's very doable to eliminate the liability from the state and also put a cost, even if it's a $25 or $50 training seminar where the person has some type of identification.
Yep.
That way, when they get to a barricade, they get somewhere where they are able to launch their boats. Law enforcement can check with them, make sure they've been trained, that they're, quote, certified, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then after that, the state is released. There's nothing for the state to worry about. It's very similar. Okay, picture this. In our area, we have a lot of rural areas. So what do we have? We have a lot of volunteer fire departments. Okay? It's
absolutely.
The same thing.
Yes.
When a house is on fire in a rural area, they're not just going to let Mr. Smith, who has no training, in that area.
Amen.
But if you're a volunteer fire department or a volunteer fireman and you've had that training and you know what to do, you're able to go in there and assist. I'm telling y'all, it's the same concept. It's just thinking outside the box.
Absolutely.
Most of the people in our area, they were driving boats before they drove vehicles.
Yeah.
They really did.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a way to, the 30,000 people that were rescued, if we can eliminate 10% of that from the state, then that's 10% where they can put efforts elsewhere. It makes so much sense, and I think it's doable.
And it could save lives, you know.
So basically, couldn't we just make it so that these men and women who want to do this, because it's not just men, we should point that out. There were a couple women who were into it too. That, if all you need is a waiver, I'm sure these guys would be willing to sign a waiver, that damage to their boat or, and that sort of thing. You never want people to go in to the flooded areas in general in cars because then they could get trapped. But these guys are in boats. They're usually well prepared, and they usually know how to use their boats in a way that could really help people and really get people saved. Is that
Absolutely.
an option? Is it just the legality that's the biggest holdup?
Yes. Again, the number one thing is the liability. That is the number one thing. Anytime you're going to be dealing with the state and everything. We fought that on 167 between Maurice and Abbeville. People were bombarding our office with trying to get flow north and south on just the double northbound, and it becomes a liability issue. And I get all that.
Well, sure.
But, when we're talking about this, I think it is a very simple solution. Now, look, somebody might sit at the table with me and say, Jonathan, y'all didn't think about this, and this. So that's fine. Tell me about it, and let's cross those hurdles when we get there.
Absolutely. I'm with you. I think it can be done. It's going to take a lot of hard work, and we're here for it. And so are all the people that listen to this station and our sister stations. Try to tell a Cajun no.
No, you're right. You're right. And I know I know you've been, fighting for something like this for a long time, so we'll just move it forward and call it the Bernadette Lee Law.
Sounds like a great Lifetime movie.
I'm going to get me a button. Yeah, but it won't be my law. You know whose law that is, and we're teasing right now. But yes, it's going to be those boaters who are out there. They're and they're willing to go and be good Samaritans with their boats. But Jonathan, thank you so much, and I'm glad we're going to get this done. And like you said, it's going to be hard work, but we can do it.
Yeah, and I'll keep y'all posted throughout the whole process, and I appreciate all y'all do for helping, keep the listeners involved as well.
Well, we, we love to do that part, and I know you love to do your part too, and gosh, just Godspeed in getting everything done with your office and at home. I know that's probably just nuts right now.
Well, it is, but it's all part of it. Y'all just keep praying for everybody because we still got a lot of work to do, so, y'all just keep praying for everybody.
We will, sir. Take care of yourself.
All right. Thank y'all.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
Bye-bye.
It is 6:31 now. What a great cause. What a great interview information. I will get that posted at kpel965.com. Yep. Bernie's got news, weather, and traffic here at the bottom of the hour, 1 minute away.